Hi, today we will prove that arctan x plus arctan 1 over x is pi over 2 at interval 0 to infinity and negative pi over 2 at negative infinity to 0. First we let theta equals arctan x and bar phi equals the arctan of 1 over x. Now we have tangent theta equals x and tangent bar phi equals 1 over x. Now, consider this graph having angle theta at the standard position while the angle bar phi always lies on the hypotenuse of the angle theta. In this manner, we can say that arctan x plus arctan 1 over x, the left hand side, is just angle theta plus angle bar phi. The angle bar phi is dependent to angle theta. When the angle theta becomes smaller, the angle bar phi becomes larger. And while the angle theta becomes bigger, the angle bar phi becomes smaller. Since theta equals arctan x, we have opposite side of x and adjacent side of 1. By Pythagorean, we have hypotenuse of square root of x squared plus 1. And for angle bar phi, we have arctan 1 over x. We have opposite side of 1 over x, adjacent 1, and the hypotenuse square root of 1 plus 1 over x squared. Now, we take the derivative of tangent theta equals x and tangent bar phi equals 1 over x to determine the little change of x and both angles. The derivative of tangent theta is secant squared theta d theta, and derivative of x is dx. And the derivative of tangent bar phi is secant squared bar phi d bar phi, and the derivative of 1 over x is negative dx over x squared. Let us divide these both derivatives. The left hand side, secant squared theta d theta over secant squared bar phi d bar phi, and the right hand side, since dx is the same, we cancel, and the x squared become in the numerator, the left hand side become negative x squared. Now we rearrange, we have d theta over d bar phi equals negative secant squared bar phi x squared over secant squared theta. Since secant squared bar phi is hypotenuse over adjacent of this blue triangle, we have 1 plus 1 over x squared after squaring the hypotenuse side. While secant theta is hypotenuse over adjacent of this black triangle, the denominator part we have x squared plus 1 after squaring the hypotenuse side. Now we distribute the x squared in the numerator part, we have d theta over d bar phi equals negative x squared plus 1 over x squared plus 1. And this is nicely equal to negative 1. What does d theta over d bar phi equals negative 1 signify? That in every little change of x, the ratio of change of theta and d theta is negative 1. If angle theta becomes bigger, the angle bar phi becomes smaller of that same amount. Hence, the sum of angle theta and angle bar phi is constant for all positive values of x. Now, all we need to do is substitute one value to find the constant sum of these two angles. Let us use x equals positive infinity. Arctan infinity is pi over 2 and arctan 0 is 0. So we have pi over 2. Therefore, arctan x plus arctan 1 over x is pi over 2 at the interval 0 to infinity and negative pi over 2 at negative infinity to 0. If it works at the positive values of x, then it also works at the negative values of x. Well guys, that's all. Thanks for watching.